Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today we're going to be checking out a very odd yet extremely interesting new truck. Now, this is the 69 Tilt Cab Special by John Hot Rod, and as you guys know, John Hot Rod doesn't really venture into the semi-truck space very often, but when he does, things get very interesting very quickly. Now, the reason why we're in free cam at the moment is because there are some interesting details on this thing that I wanted to show you guys before we jumped in and drove it, and of course took it into the garage for a bit of customization. So let's fly around up to just about the back of the cab near the frame, and you can see the engine, you can see the turbos, but also you can see the entire suspension down to every nut and bolt. You can see the airbag suspension. You can actually see the crossover airlines, and not only where they go into the bags, but also where they go through the frame and actually follow the frame itself all the way back up to the front of the truck. Now, if that wasn't enough detail, you also have the fuel tanks, you have operational drive shafts, you have a transfer case here, you have all sorts of different features on this truck that make it one of the most incredibly detailed semis I've seen so far. Now this, oh dude, you can even see the alternator mounted up there on that Cummins diesel engine, and with multiple turbos, this thing makes all the boost you could ever need. I believe I can even see the intercooler mounted. Wait a minute, we have dual intercoolers? Dude, that's wild. Dual intercoolers, and then you have the radiator right there up front. That is absolutely insane. All right, and now that we've stared at it for a moment, we need to take this thing into the garage and see what we can do to it in terms of customization. And it fires up really quick, too. Look at this classic style interior. You've got, like, actual, like, little seat belts right there on the seats. This is a really roomy interior as well. Working gauges. Oh, man. This thing already is legitimately blowing my mind. I mean, look how big the mirrors are. You would legitimately be able to use this as a campaign truck solely because of how effective it is at, like, first-person view gameplay and third-person view gameplay. Now, jumping into the customization, we have the stockish compound turbo spec. That's an 800 foot-pound of torque, 5.9-liter diesel engine, and if you pair it with the stockish 6-speed or heavy tow 4-speed, you can get a little bit of a lower top speed out of it if you would prefer it to be a slightly slower experience. You also have the vanilla spec diesel based on the F750 tune. Then you have the Redline triple turbo spec for the spirited driver, which I feel like we know who that's for. It's for Diesel Addict. Oh, dude, then we have... No. This is the one that's for Diesel. This is the 1,600 foot-pound of torque triple turbo. Then there's also the 1,000 foot-pound of torque triple turbo trail spec. We're going to go with the 1,600 foot-pound absolutely wild bonkers insane spec. And then you can also run the tow and haul 10-speed or the trail rig 6-speed. It depends on what you're going to be doing. We're going to be running the tow and haul 10-speed because not only can it tow the most with that, but it can also hit the highest top speed. So let's go to the suspension. Now let's see. Trail HD active, Trail HD no damage active, Trail HD max active. Oh my god, and you have no damage versions of every single suspension. Holy crap. Let's do the Trail HD Max No Damage Active. All right, so let's see. You start off with a stockish vintage K58 tire, which is a 51-inch setup, and he actually gives you grip stats underneath each tire, so you have an actual number value that you can put with each one of these tire options. So you know down to the numbers, literally down to the numbers, exactly what each tire is going to do and what each tire is going to feel like. Now, they have stock-ish designations. They also have redline designations. So you can essentially tailor this truck to be a more vanilla-focused experience or a more over-the-top experience, a crazier experience, a more send-it experience, which I think we're going to have to try out that send-it experience. This thing is absolutely incredible. X-Runners, let's see, mil-spec MTRs, bro. Let's see, super single vintage. I love the fact that there's even a, oh wow, there's even a category above redline called cheater. We're going to have to try that at some point because that is properly enticing. I didn't even know there was going to be a designation above redline, and he legitimately called it cheater. And I'm kind of curious now because, I mean, I know we're on the red line designated tires, but we're going to have to try that cheater spec a little bit later. Now, because this is a 6x6 semi-truck, you have all of the frame add-ons you would expect. You have cranes, you have all sorts of different levels of them too, because you could do a stockish level crane or a HD spec crane with more power. You really can tailor it to any gameplay style and any gameplay experience that you personally want out of your truck. And I think that's an incredible thing. So let's do a, oh dude, you can even run the Glitchworks wrecker bodies. So you can make this thing a freaking like full-on heavy-duty wrecker as well if you wanted. So let's do the HD spec crane with more power and interior. Whoa! Classic or Restomod gauges? Bro, what? All right. Let's do the Restomod gauge. And let's see. Extra bright white light. Let's see. All these different, like, stack options. Compound turbo snorkel. Doing that. Triple turbo snorkels. Wait a minute. Where is the... Let's see. Oh, you have to swap to the triple turbo setup. Yo, wait a minute. You can actually swap out the number of turbos you physically have? Mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Hold on. Triple turbo dual snorkels. Yes. All right, now we're going to throw some goodies in there for repairs. And let's see, front emblem, you got your license plates. What are these? Auxiliary toolboxes? Ooh, I'm down for that. Extra repair points. Heck yeah. Gooseneck hitch, I'm assuming for the IR gooseneck pack if you wanted to run that. And then shorty hitch with receiver. I'm going to do that on top of the high saddle so we can use this thing in literally any scenario we want. And then trail rig recovery gear, recovery flatbed. Whoa! Recovery flatbed gear, recovery flatbed stake sides, recovery roof rack, toolbox. Bro, I cannot get enough of everything that this thing has to offer. I cannot get enough of it. Let's see. Includes open and close tool cabinets. I'm installing that because I want to see what that does. Let's see. Right now we have the vintage 5 spokes on it, but we can go over to a Big Rig Classic, an HD Forged, or recovery beadlock. Definitely doing that because that looks incredible. What kind of color options do we have available here? We have a ton, actually. I mean, this is mind-freaking boggling the amount of color options we have to choose from and how incredibly vibrant they are too. Not only that, but you can also have that weathered, you know, classic spec, like it looks like it's been out in the woods for a long time, or you can have it look like it just came out of the paint shop and, you know, just got polished. So really you have full unlimited control of every single aspect of the truck, from performance to visuals. It's hard to get any better than this in terms of customization. It really, truly is extremely difficult to honestly, like, reach a higher level than this in terms of customization. Now, what do we want to run in terms of colors? I think I'm going to run, like, kind of this, like, burnt orange. I really, really like it. And then now, we can do the bobble dar, but I think we already have a radar up there on the dash, so we're going to do beans, if we can find him. There he is. What's good, dude? Accessories. I mean, I think we'll do, let's see, the Buff All Air Freshener. Look at this machine. Wow. That is absolutely wild. That is freaking nuts. All right, I need to actually throw the Glitchworks 8 slot behind this truck because I have a feeling that it would pair super nicely with this. Now, let's see. Where is the Glitchworks 8 slot? You can also do the IX tag behind, which is another really, really good choice for a setup like this. Yeah, there it is. Glitchworks 8 slot flatbed. And it's actually a really good height for this truck, too. Yo, that is awesome. I can already tell you guys that this thing is, it's very send it spec. It's very send it spec, and it's very, like, it's ready to send itself into whatever level of, like, challenge you have in store for it. 2 4-unit boxes of drilling equipment later, and we're off. Let's freaking go. I love the ship horn. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and make a quick right here out of the shop. Dude, I didn't even have the all-wheel drive engaged. Not that I needed it. Is it diff lock full time? Yeah, it's diff lock full time. Now, as you watch this, do keep in mind, though, that while we are driving this truck in a very overpowered spec at the moment, I will say it's important to remember that you can set this thing up to be fully vanilla as well. You do not have to set it up like this, and it can be perfectly matched to the campaign balance of the stock trucks if that's what you're looking for. So let's actually, whoa, hold on. Open and close cabinets. What? To reveal the welder, the little toolbox? Whoa. No, 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 no. What? The features. Bro. The features just keep... No way! You got a legit... Hold on. Hold on. This dude modeled in a legitimate, like, drawer of tools. You got screwdrivers, pliers, like, wire cutters, whatever hammers you might need, whatever Allen keys you might need. A wrench set. Hats off. I don't know. I don't know how this, like... There's an option to open the bottom drawer, but it also says do not open bottom drawer. All right, so now let's go in and see what this thing can do when you really give it the beans. Now, I will say, hold on. Did we raise the suspension? Oh, we've raised it now. Let's go. That's... Bro, this thing in high range doesn't let anything stop it. I'm not going to try to go up that hill on the left because I feel like it would be kind of pointless with a trailer this long. But, like... Oh, look at that. Look at that. I don't know how you could... I don't know how you could get anything on a level that... Like, on a level that's similar to what you could do with this. I mean, the customization is clearly the star of this entire truck, this entire mod. The customization is the star above all else. Now, that's not to say that this truck doesn't have, you know, amazing polish in every other aspect, like in terms of driving, in terms of tire options, in terms of, you know, like capabilities. That's not to say that it's not amazing in all of those, because it is. But at the same time, one of the things that, like, one of the things that it really does a great job of conveying to you is how much time and effort was paid to the customization focus, really. I kind of want to try those cheater tires. Those cheater tires are like, they're calling me. Yeah, red line, Cheater X Runner 72. How are these gonna feel? Hold on, change suspension mode, bring it up. All right. This is the tall option on the cheater tires. Are they an ignore mud setup? I mean, they're doing massive wheelies at the moment, so let me turn around real quick, head back through this mud, and see if the performance differs at all. I think what? Wow, I hung up the trailer. That's kind of unexpected, because normally I do not get the Glitchworks 8 slot hung up. All right, come on, making a little bit of a move. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Almost there. Oh, come on. It must be stuck on a barrel or something, because I'm still doing a lot of winch pulling. I mean, it's moving, but... Here, let's see. Once it gets back down into first gear, the cheater tires really come into their own, I should say. But even with the cheater tires, the freaking... Oh, if I could just make my way around the top. Yeah, even with the cheater tires, high range in deep mud will still get you. They say cheater, but they're not quite as much of a cheat code as you might imagine. Although I will say, the amount of grip you have with the cheater tires, if you leave it in high, this thing is going to be doing wheelies everywhere. I mean, that's not a bad point on the truck. That's just to say that it is, it's powerful enough to literally tear its own front axle out of the ground. Dips obstacle now, and then it's off to the bridge jump for us because, well... You know, we like to party, and the bridge jump is always a party. So let's go ahead and make our way around to the end of the dips obstacle. All right, we're going to turn wide. There we go. All right, I'm going to have to lock it into low plus because, wow, low plus is not exactly slow. The cab over design actually is... It's weirdly good for the approach angle with these giant tires and the adjustable suspension. Because this thing ain't getting stuck yet. Wow. Truly impressive. Truly freaking impressive on this truck. Like, mind-blowingly impressive. It just got through that like it was nothing. Absolutely legit nothing. All right. It's bridge jump time. Out of my way. Wow. Normally when I honk the horn at, like, objects like that, they move. These past couple of times they haven't. Oh, that one moved a little bit. Let's see about this one. Yeet. Ah, the cones moved a little bit, but not as much as I would have liked. All right, Beans, you ready for this? This is going to be a time. This is going to be quite a jump. I mean, we got a 10-speed transmission that we are about to send over this edge with 8 full units of cargo behind us. I do not know how this is going to go. I know it's going to be wild, but that's about all I can say. All right, here it goes. Full send. Come on. Just make sure it's pointed in the direction we want to go. And send it! Whoa! I think we broke the tree. It would have been fine had we not bounced off the tree and broken it. But, I mean, if that's the worst thing that happens to you with this truck, I think you're doing all right. But with that being said and done, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.